For decades, engineering was built on the idea that strength required rigidity. But a perfectly stiff object doesn't just resist force, it shatters under it. This mechanical reality closely mirrors the way we build and break our own habits. I used to design my routines like a load-bearing column. My goal was to go to the gym every single day, without fail, assuming that a single gap in the schedule would compromise the entire structure. In the beginning, the momentum feels like a safeguard. You hit 14 days, then 21. You feel invincible because the streak is still perfectly intact. Then life intervenes. A flight gets delayed, or you wake up with a fever, and for the first time in a month, you miss a day. That single missed day felt like a structural failure. Because I had framed the habit as an unbroken chain, one missing link meant the entire project was ruined. I didn't go back the next day, or the day after that. The all-or-nothing mindset makes a habit brittle. It creates a system that functions only in a vacuum, ensuring it will snap the moment life becomes unpredictable. In material science, a perfectly rigid structure is one designed to allow zero deformation. It is built to stand its ground against pressure, rather than accommodate it. Rigid systems excel in highly controlled environments, where force is continuous and predictable. They are optimized for pressure coming from one specific direction. But look at what happens when a force hits from an unexpected angle. Because the beam cannot deform, the energy concentrates at a single point until the material reaches its limit and snaps. Demanding perfect discipline is a form of psychological brittleness. We are attempting to build a machine that is structurally incapable of surviving the random impacts of a normal week. Traditionally, engineers solved the need for movement using mechanical hinges, separate rigid parts joined at a pivot. But these joints are inherent points of failure. They gather dust, create friction, and eventually wear down until the mechanism breaks. Modern engineering is moving toward compliant mechanisms. These are single-piece tools that eliminate hinges entirely, using the flexibility of the material itself to create motion. Instead of fighting against an incoming force, a compliant mechanism bows. It absorbs and transfers the energy across its entire structure, preventing stress from pooling in one spot. Once the pressure subsides, the structural memory of the material brings the tool back to form. It returns to its original state without any permanent damage. This technology is used in everything from deep space satellites to high-precision surgical instruments. It is chosen specifically because it is more reliable than rigid alternatives. These tools survive because they treat bending as a functional feature. The deformation is what allows the system to endure. We can apply this engineering principle to our own behavior by intentionally building compliance into our goals. This is the never miss twice rule. It is a protocol designed to handle the friction of daily life without destroying your progress. This rule redefines what it means to miss a day. A gap in your habit is no longer a catastrophic break in a chain. Think of that first missed day as the system absorbing shock. It is a flexible bend in response to a chaotic day, allowing the habit to survive an impact that would have shattered a rigid routine. The never miss twice part is the mandatory snapback. Returning to the habit on day 2 prevents the bend from becoming a permanent fracture. My original routine ended the moment I slipped. A compliant habit acknowledges the slip, absorbs the energy, and resumes its original shape the next morning. Lasting personal power comes from this architectural resilience, the capacity to absorb a failure, bend with the chaos, and return to form.